Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you all heard about the takeover of the King Island Dairy. Going to be named the King Island Dairy 2, believe it or not. We did talk to the new owners earlier in the week, and I'm a little bit curious now because I only know one great cheesemaker in Australia. He lives in Tasmania, worked for many years at the King Island Dairy, and then he decided to leave because creativity was not what it used to be anymore, and master cheese making. But I'm curious now. What is his thoughts about the future of the dairy? So let's have a talk to Ueli Berger. Ueli, welcome.
Yeah, nice to talk to you again. Yeah,
Were you surprised, Ueli, when you heard the news?
I was very happily surprised because it's a great outcome that somebody takes it on and want to make a go out of it. Yes.
And what about what I found one of the biggest surprises? It always looked like Saputo wasn't prepared to sell or nobody was interested. And then we hear from the new owners that there were 50 bidders.
Yeah, I couldn't believe. I thought that's amazing. Yeah, like we didn't never hear anything like that. Yeah, like it's definitely very interesting. Yeah.
And also, I think what is a good help, Yuli, is the support now from the government also, because we have to praise where praise is right. I think with the Liberal government with Jeremy Rockcliffe, I think have done a good job, isn't it?
Yeah, and they maybe talked pretty stern to Saputo, and they were able to turn them around. So they were able to, or so they did sell it, yeah, instead of just try to mothball it.
Yeah, absolutely. That now you did watch the interview that we did. What jumped out to you? What sort of that you thought? Hey,
Like he definitely is very ambitious what he wants to achieve, which is great. Like it's no good to go in on only half cup. Actually want to have a go and make something out of it. So I think it is a great thing that I was very positively surprised of what he had to say. Yeah.
yeah, you think it's also a good idea, Yuli, that, well, first of all, back in Australian hands, which might sound a little bit patriotic, of course, but do you think it's a good idea that you have an owner of a business also then living on the island?
Oh, I think that's going to be really. I think so. He gets to know the people well and understands what's going on. So I think it is excellent. I reckon it will be really good. Yeah. Not only for him but for the island as well to actually have the face there. Yeah.
Yeah. You think it's also that I'll probably guess that they will have to get used to the fact of some of the elements here on the island, of course, with transport, distribution. How do you see that? How do you think that?
Yeah, to me that's maybe a little bit the worry I have the distribution, like without talking or what I heard so far, or have very little heard about it. So because that will be quite a big thing, like distribution, selling the cheese is a very important part. Like making, yes, we can do that, but then you have to sell it on the other side as well. So that could be definitely quite a challenge here.
Now, from your experience, how it sort of went for a number of years, and this is what I hear say, of course. I've often been told that as it is right now and how it has been for a while, the King Island Dairy could use more of the actual milk product instead of just making cheese. They could do more. Do you agree with that?
It's a fairly tough one, like there was a reason why we stopped making cream on the yogurts and things, because while the white mold was growing, we sort of needed the cream to go into the white mold. So certainly we had no no cream left. So something had to give. And we actually have quite a lot of excess skim milk because we need more and more cream for making the soft cheese. So end of the day, it's something you can't just buy in cream or sell skim milk because it's on the island. So it's a pretty tough one to grow all these things. I think end of the week, the milk has to balance. So it's something he definitely has to learn and look at it and understand. Yeah. So it's good to say just make more make cream and all that, but where is it come from?
It's also, well, one of the statements they made was that they want to increase the milk production. You think that's going to be a difficult one on the island because most farms have turned into beef farming, of course. So,
Yeah, I think it won't be easy. Like he has to have a pretty good carrot for him to tangle in front of him for somebody to go back into milking instead of beef. And I think a lot of them went to beef because the young people didn't want to follow in their footsteps. So yeah, it will be a chance to grow the milk pool.
mm.
And just growing the milk pool doesn't mean you can then make cream and all that stuff because you finish up with having a lot of skim milk left over where we used to make pizza cheese, which we lost money on, so we have to find what we do with this skim milk, yeah.
They were also mentioning that in the future, yeah, probably need to buy more and better and newer equipment. Do you think, with your experience, do you think that the factory needs a big overhaul to be modernized and produce in a more maybe automated or better way?
We definitely have to spend some money. It doesn't need a super modern factory to make good cheese, but if we want to take uh, less workforce so you can make it cheaper. Yes, you might need some equipment, but I don't think that's the most important part. It's more having good maturing rooms and all that sort of thing where we have to spend a bit of money, I think, the way I understand it.
Now, they're planning to, in first instance, to keep all the staff. They're hoping that all the staff is staying. Do you think with new owners now, and then with, let's say, the boss in the factory, do you think that the staff might have to lift their game a bit? Not that they're not working hard or whatever, but do you think that the expectations are probably going to be higher from the new owners?
That's definitely an interesting one because on seeing him on the floor, he maybe sees some different way he can run the factory. So yes, I think there's things he can do to run it a little bit different, and I'm sure he will find that out. And so yeah, people will have to work different, I would say. Like on the moment, a lot of them are in one department, don't want to go to the other one, and things like that. So hopefully, or I'm sure he will change that everybody has to work where they need it, not just where they want to.
Is it? I remember, Ueli, that when we spoke last, and we brought up when I said, "What are your thoughts if somebody would take it on? Would you be prepared to lend them a hand or advise or whatever?" Well, here's a big question now. We have new owners. What is the chance that we see Ueli back on King Island?
Oh, I definitely don't want to get out of retirement. I enjoy it too much, but in the same token, if there is a little bit where I can help, I would help. Yeah, but you won't see me full time back on the island or anything like that. But I could come and help out if it's needed. Yeah.
So you'd probably look then more into some sort of like an advisory role, I guess?
Yeah, that's on the Nick rang me a few days ago and he said he would like to meet with me. So I think he's very busy on next couple of weeks with all the paperwork and stuff. But after that, I will meet him and we work something out and just see how we feel about each other. Yeah.
Is it in a way, Ueli, when you think about it? I think personally, I think it's very, very nice kind of them to at least to give you a call, to recognize you as a master cheesemaker that has worked here a long time. Because of course they could have said as new owners, well, we're the new owners, we make a new start, we don't look at the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it is nice that they contacted me and they recognized it. I maybe could be a help, yeah. So it is something nice, yeah. So that definitely will respect them for it, yeah.
Well, you might not come in full time back to us, Ueli, but I'm sure we're going to catch up one day, seeing you back on King Island, at least for a visit, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. I reckon that's going to happen. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's very good. That Ueli Berger, we thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.